How you doing, people? Hope you're all doing well. We are back out on the grind today, just doing some food delivery during the mind-numbing day shift. I thought I need something to spice this afternoon up. So I thought, you know what? For all the moaning I do that it's dead at the moment, I could make it less dead if I just accepted every single job that pops up. Even the ones that are impossible to park at, if I just grit my teeth and do them, maybe it won't be as bad. So let's give it a go. Is this guy gonna keep going? Okay. Run the cop over whilst I'm at it. Yeah, let's accept every single job that I get offered and see what happens. Starting off with this Tesco pickup. Am I allowed to park there? No. They're disabled spaces. And oh no, he's gonna nab it, isn't he? I'm having it. Where's this guy going? He's going in that one, that's fine. And I'm gonna have this one. So yeah, we're gonna go for about 3-4 hours, something like that. And yeah, we just won't reject anything. I mean, how bad can it be? Really, how bad can it be? Just gonna take the hot bag on this one in case there's more bags that I can carry, because with these Tesco orders you never know how many bags you're gonna get. Better to be safe than sorry. And where do I go? Every single Tesco is different. Can't see their little whoosh trolley, so we'll go ask. Is that it? Yeah, is that this one? 527604.
No, I'll get it. You still...
Alright, mate. Boss man sorting me out. Yeah, 04, perfect. Nice one. Cheers, mate. First job accepted. Success. I mean, to be fair, I'd normally pick up from here anyway because of the half an hour free parking, which, to be fair, I could probably take advantage of for other restaurants and stuff around this area. Oh, see, hot bag, useful. All right, so this customer's less than a mile away. I can't remember what the pay was, just under £4, I think. 3.80 something. What is this guy doing? I'm just gonna go. You know, not an awful start to a challenge that could, in theory, go very, very wrong if it constantly sends me to the shopping centre, because I will be accepting those orders and doing them. I think, though, we need to set some sensible limits. For example, if I'm in a restaurant and they say it's going to be a 20-minute wait, I can cancel that. And you know, if you get there and the staff say we're not doing it, the customer's cancelled, or any of those kind of ones where the staff just tell you straight away that they're not going to be able to do the order for you. Obviously, I'm allowed to cancel those, but absolutely no cancelling unless I am at the pickup and they give me a very good reason why I should be cancelling. Otherwise, we're doing the lot. And that includes doubles and any pop-up extra orders that come in whilst already on a job, not on different apps. No multi-apping here, but Uber, for example, does it quite a lot where you'll start off with a single and then on your way to that pickup, it will offer you a second one as well. Sometimes even a third. Those elusive triples, they are about. I did one not too long ago, actually. So yeah, if that happens, we're accepting all of them, regardless of the pay. And that is where this experiment could do me in, because you get some horrendous extra offers sometimes where it's like £1 extra and it will say, oh, but it's only adding 3 minutes to your trip. What a deal. And it's like, yeah, if the food is ready the second I walk in and a staff member sees me and brings it over straight away and I park with no problems. So it just isn't that simple, is it? Right, let's go get this Tesco order dropped off and hopefully get another order very soon. All right, all good, all good, all good, all good. Okie dokie, so £3.88 in the bag for that Tesco delivery. Wasn't too bad. Could definitely have had a worse start to this. I didn't get anything extra on Uber, no pop-ups right after that one was finishing. But I did go on Deliveroo and get a Morrison's pretty much straight away as I was putting my seatbelt on, which is ideal. And this one is paying just over £5. If the rest of this little experimental shift can go like this, that would be ideal. Please, delivery gods, just send me to supermarkets with car parks. It's just that I know at some point it's going to send me to like KFC in town for like a minimum fee delivery. There's going to be nowhere to park. There's going to be kids everywhere because it's half term. That's when the potential for this shift to go wrong is going to happen. But so far, so good. My orders are ready for collection. I like this new feature. Well, I say new, it's been around for a while now, but feature that Deliveroo added where you get a pop-up when the order's ready. The issue is, I think it is literally just a button on the little PDA tablet thing that the pickup place uses. There have been several occasions where they've clearly just tapped it anyway, or tapped it accidentally or whatever, because I've gone in and it hasn't been ready. Not here actually, not in Morrison's, but certainly in restaurants. I don't know whether it's something to do with the guys that use like their own internal systems to feed the orders through. I don't know, but it doesn't always seem reliable, but when it works, it's nice to have. I'm expecting now to walk into Morrison's and this be on the side ready for me to pick up. And I can also see two 2-litre bottles of Pepsi Max on there. I know full well that the Morrison's paper bags do not handle big drink bottles well. I've had several handles snap off carrying that sort of stuff in these bags, so we're taking the delivery bag again. Summer is here. Ready on the side for me, as expected. Thank you, Morrison's. Although, please get some better paper bags. That would make your pickup experience 10 out of 10. Let's get ourselves out of here. And we are traveling 1.4 miles. It should only take 6 minutes. And yeah, this will put us on just under £9, I think, which isn't too bad considering been about, what, 20, 25 minutes since that first job, I think. So yeah, this is so far showing there is perhaps some potential this afternoon. It is a Friday afternoon and I believe, yeah, it is the 31st of May. It's a working day, so this is payday for a lot of people. And generally speaking, oh, they sorted the potholes out. Lovely. Generally speaking, people are more inclined to treat themselves when they've just been paid. Oh, where's the sirens? Wait, it's kicking off, mate! Switch the sirens on just for the video. So yeah, payday, people treating themselves. People getting deliveries when they wouldn't normally otherwise get deliveries, so let's hope that we get a bit of luck today. Gotta say as well, loving the warmer weather. There've been a few rainy days recently, but the weather, for the most part, the last few weeks has been pretty damn good. It finally feels like summer is arriving in the UK. I mean, I'd probably be all right just taking this bag. Do I risk it? Oh, nah, it's too heavy, man. These handles here, they're so flimsy. Let's go get this one dropped. Can I get in with the trade button? Yeah, boy. That from the bottom. Do you have the delivery code? 15. Perfect. All good. Thank you very much. Okie dokie, 2 jobs offered, 2 jobs accepted, 2 relatively smooth deliveries. We are not busy on the Roo, back on Uber Eats we go. Well, there I was singing praises about summer coming and it's now just gone really cloudy. What's that all about? Hopefully it's just temporary. Anyway, we've got ourselves another order. See, this whole not busy thing, like who cares? £3.53 and it's not going very far at all. Probably like a mile altogether, so I'll take that. I do think I've gotten pretty lucky though with these offers, considering that I'm forcing myself to accept all of them. So far they've all been like shops rather than food places, and it's the food places, especially the ones in the centre of town, that could potentially pose me issues. Still, I think it's worth a go. With how quiet it's been, you know, you really do need a good reason to reject an order when, you know, if you really are desperate for the money and you need to earn a wage, even if you get a really shoddy offer that's like four quid for 4 miles or something, which does happen, would you rather earn that or would you rather earn 0? Because when it's quiet, you might not get another offer for the whole time it would have taken you just to get that one done. 6305?
6305 and your delivery.
Yeah, perfect. Do this bloody scan thing now, haven't we? Nice one. Thank you very much. Stick this one in the passenger seat. Where's my keys? There's my keys. Fun fact, I locked my keys in my car the other day. and I had to get breakdown cover out to get me back in. That was embarrassing. 2 minutes, half a mile. Obviously it's quite a low fee, but if we were to break it down into a pounds per minute kind of number, probably be the best one so far. Yeah, so I locked my keys in the car. I don't know how it happened. I went out to grab something from the boot. My keys were in between my legs. And normally, I've done it before, right? And the door never like locks itself. Not straight away anyway. But for some reason, I don't know what I did, as I was pushing the door closed, which I didn't even really need to do. I could have just kept it open. I just heard the chunk of the central locking. And before my brain could process what was about to happen, the door closed. And yeah. That was a bit of a pickle. It was a boiling hot day as well, and I didn't even have the window open. If I'd had the window open, I could have just reached in and grabbed the keys or clicked the little button. Had to call out breakdown, pay £40 for the privilege, because being an absolute twat is not covered as standard, funnily enough. But the guy showed up, got me in like 2 minutes using that whoopee cushion thing. Shoved it in the door, pumped it up, and stuck like a little pole thing in to click the button. And there I was, back in the car. But yeah, very embarrassing. It shan't happen again. Oh yeah, all right.
Very much.
You got the delivery code?
Yes, 98.
98, perfect. Thank you. Let's close the gate. So still on Not Busy. Oh, this one is going to a hair salon on a main road. No parking, but luckily for me, all of these roads here you can park on. They're permitted, but they're my permit area. So I can actually park without a risk of a ticket and then just walk it down. Won't take long. As far as potentially difficult deliveries go, this could be one for others, as they would have to risk parking, albeit in a residential area, but one where it's permitted and the wardens definitely do patrol. I've seen several people chance it on my own road and get tickets. I see tickets on my road just all the time. But yeah, luckily for me, delivery god's looking down on me, sending me to my own area where I have a trusty parking permit. Oh, could have just shot out, but I won't. I'm going to be a very, very good example to the learners. But I've got to say, considering the short distance of this trip, it's paying £4.72. It does make me wonder if it's been rejected a few times, or if it's just one of those lucky deliveries where, for no rhyme or reason, it's just paying more than you would normally get paid to do such a trip. I'll do a quick, I'll add the numbers up really quick after this one, if another delivery doesn't come through straight away. And we'll see what we're on, because I took that Tesco delivery just after 10:30. I can't remember the exact time, and the Uber app won't give me the exact time, which is really annoying. Deliveroo would, but it was on Uber, so I'm just gonna guesstimate. It was about 25 to 11, so I'll count the start of my shift from there, and we'll see what we're on. I'm just hoping now that there is parking available at this co-op, because I don't have many spaces. Nope, nothing. And dickheads like this guy who just park in front of where the lorry goes to make the deliveries. That happens so often, and I've seen the lorry sat there having to wait for people to finish their shopping. Luckily, we got this space here, so we're good. So order is ready for collection. 5472. Just this one, yeah? We're gonna scan. Got it. It's always hit and miss whether these like handwritten labels are going to scan on the Deliveroo scanny thing. It largely depends on the handwriting, but no problem with that one. You can just take a picture if it doesn't scan, so it's not really ever been a problem, but it saves you those precious few seconds when it just scans and you can get on your way. And yeah, look, we're driving 1 minute, 0.3 miles to this drop off. We will have to park, like I said, just on one of the side roads, but still not too shabby for £4.72. £4.70 something, wasn't it? Yeah, it's definitely been regardless of the fact that I'm just accepting every order. I mean, I would have accepted all of these anyway. I haven't had any yet that have really torn me. But yeah, the afternoon's actually going okay, considering how bad some of my recent shifts have been during the day. That's where we're dropping off. But yeah, we're gonna go up here, park basically behind those shops and just walk back down. Tell you what, the weather's nice, but it ain't half blustery. By the way, when I'm taking jobs, I am switching off the other app.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. You got the code? Thank you. Job done. This is just getting silly now. Deliveroo taking the piss with how busy they're making me. I mean, it's brilliant. £6.13. Go to a really easy to deliver to area as well. Not too far, a couple of miles. I mean, we'll take it, but Deliveroo, you've got no right being this busy on a sunny weekday afternoon. You're throwing all of my theories out the window. I briefly saw the map had gone up to moderate just before this one popped up, but it was literally like a second or two. This is the exact period of time we covered in my last food delivery video where I did those like 2 hours, 2.5 hours or whatever, and made £3 an hour. And what we've had so far is a string of deliveries that makes it feel like it's busier than most evenings are. This job is so unpredictable. I mean, it is half term, but I don't know, in my experience, half term hasn't really made a massive difference. Certainly not during the day, maybe a little bit, I don't know, certainly not this much. So yeah, what we'll do is a quick earnings check, presuming I don't get another instant order pop up after this delivery. Like I said, this one's going out of town, so it's much more unlikely we're going to get another one pop up. So we'll be able to sit down and just take a quick look at our numbers before we carry on. Just kind of see where we're sitting at this stage into the afternoon shift. Thank you. Keep these secure. Should be all right. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. 2.4 miles, 8-minute drive. I mean, £6, whatever it was. Can't really ask for more than that. My camera is slipping down my face. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's really shocked me this afternoon. I wasn't expecting this. I mean, half the reason I thought, you know what, I'm going to accept every single order I get was to try and mitigate the damages of a dead afternoon, thinking that that is what I was going to be getting myself in for. But instead, I've pretty much been back to back for the last hour and 20 minutes. I mean, this is what, delivery number 5? 4 or 5, but really unusual for this part of the week and this time of day. This is the thing with this job, it's so random, so difficult to predict how busy you're going to be. You know, I would have thought with the weather being what it is, it won't even remotely pick up until tonight. Apparently, I was wrong. Just pulling up to the flats where I'm delivering now. There's a car park around there, so that's where we'll go. Yeah, we'll take a look how our finances for the day are getting on. The bag stayed upright, sort of. The other day I had a Morrison's bag literally just all over the floor. Is it open? Oh, okie dokie. Got the delivery number?
Yeah, 61.
Thanks a lot. Cheers, bye-bye. Right, before we get another order, let's see how much we've made. So we've got £3.88 from that Tesco delivery at the start of the shift and £19.38 on Deliveroo. It's too hot for mental maths, so £19.38 add £3.88, £23.26. Not too bad for about an hour and a half. It's 12:05, so pretty much bang on an hour and a half now. Before expenses, obviously, but I've done about 10 miles, so yeah. Really not too bad, but we're yet to get a challenging order. So we're back on Uber now, we're still on Deliveroo. We will stay on both apps until we get a job on either of them, and we're accepting whatever comes first. Well, just as we were kind of getting back into town, would you look at that? The shop deliveries are just not stopping this afternoon. £5.23, we're going back to Morrison's, easy peasy. I haven't delivered a single takeaway yet. It has all been groceries. This is going to be my 6th delivery. And so far, we're even, you know, we're a little bit into lunchtime now. I would have expected a few lunch orders by now, but nope. Maybe these apps should have just begun as like shopping delivery pickups rather than just hot food. Because at the minute, particularly during the day, I think it's fair to say that supermarkets and smaller shops make up the bulk of the work I do during the day. If you're working during the day, it seems to me that your best strategy is to hang around supermarkets and like co-ops, one-stops, those kind of places. And don't even bother going near, you know, your town centres if that's where most of the food places are. Shops are where it's at, but I'm absolutely chuffed about it. They are so much easier to work with than takeaway places. Got some milk on there, like a kilogram of apples. Let's take the hot bag, just to be safe. Throw my keys on the ground. Is it gonna get it?
Thank you.
Got it. So hit and miss with the handwriting. There we go, 6 minutes, 1.4 miles. Again, a pretty good rate of pay considering the distance. Wasn't particularly far from Morrison's either, so gotta say, when you get a good shift, especially during the day, when you're just not expecting one, really perks you up. I cannot tell you how happy I am that they've sorted out the potholes on this road. I mean, they've done a pretty cheap job of it by the looks of it, but certainly better than nothing. That little strip there before those traffic lights was absolutely horrendous. But look, potholes aside, the sun's out, the deliveries are flying in. So far, my challenge hasn't even been a challenge because we've just had dream job after dream job. Easy pickup, supermarkets, shops. Long may this continue. You all right, mate? No, that's all right, mate. Can't believe it, guys. I really can't believe it. We're going to Co-op. I went straight onto Uber, and about 3 seconds later, Co-op pops up. I think it's £4.74. It's a little bit of a longer overall trip, but honestly, even if I wasn't doing this accept everything challenge, all right, on the pay to distance ratio isn't brilliant, but it is a Co-op pickup, and you just can't go wrong with Co-op pickups. I think I could probably count all of the Co-op orders I've rejected on one hand in like 2.5 years of doing this job. They're just so consistently good. Yeah, this is now, as long as I'm counting correctly, delivery number 7 of the shift. We're about 2 hours in, so we're gonna go for at least another hour or so, and we are still yet to pick up any hot food. 7 out of 7 orders, all from shops. I definitely picked the right day to do an accept everything challenge. Let's just see, you know, we never know. It could all go horribly wrong still. There's still time. This one. Thank you, mate. Stella. We are going just over a mile, plus the sort of 2 miles here. I mean, I've had worse offers on Uber, but like I said, I'll pretty much do any Co-op order, just because of the simple fact you're almost guaranteed to just go in and get that instant pickup. Yeah, as soon as this delivery's done, presuming that Uber doesn't pop up with another straight away, we'll get back on Deliveroo and we'll wait for whatever our next offer is gonna be. With a bit of luck, we'll get another shop delivery, or will it be our first restaurant pickup of the day? Hello, mate. All right. Cheers, mate. Tap. 7 down. All right, then back on Deliveroo we go. Still moderate, and we are still online with Uber. So I'm gonna head back to a good waiting spot. I won't exclude restaurants. You know, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not just gonna sit by a really kind of out of town Co-op with nothing else nearby. We'll keep this fair. We'll go back to a central point. I tend to wait in the Morrison's car park, so that's pretty central. I won't get a ticket, and it is near a lot of restaurants and a lot of shops. It's just a good general waiting point for this job here in Taunton. So yeah, we'll see what happens next. Just as I put the camera down, we get another offer. Now, it is quite a long distance one. Again, Uber, they're not being very generous with their pay rates, but £5.72, 5.7 miles in total. However, it is one stop, which again, it's a shop, instant pickup, and again, no food orders. This is the 8th delivery of the shift. I still cannot believe my luck. On the day that I choose to do an accept every order challenge, I haven't been given one order that I would have declined. And whilst it's not exactly taken this video in the direction I intended it to go, I'm not going to complain about some good luck after the shifts I've had lately. Sometimes in this job, things just go your way. Well, I've just done that whole drive without my camera being on. So I was talking to myself for about 6 minutes. Basically, all I said was, don't multi-app. I got a Deliveroo, I forgot to log off Deliveroo whilst I was doing that Uber, and I had to reject it. And it was a Nando's, it would have been our first lunch order. We're just gonna have to wait and hope for another one. Number 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, all good.
Perfect.
Thanks a lot. And you, bye. She actually came to the door with her ID ready. If only all customers could do that. Okay, delivery is back on moderate. We're still on Uber. It is just coming up to 1:15. My GoPro battery is getting a little bit low now. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to 2:30 for this video, so we'll cut it off at 1:30, cut it off at that 3-hour mark, and then we'll run down the numbers. Let's see if we can finally get a hot food delivery job this afternoon. Can't believe so far we've gone through like the peak of lunchtime with nothing but co-ops and one-stops. There we go, McDonald's, £5.06. Food delivery is still around. We're starting to get slightly concerned. And now I can finally say that I've had an order that I probably would have rejected. And it's actually not paying too bad. It's a 2-mile total distance, 2.1 mile, whatever it said, 2 point something low, for £5. I mean, I probably would have done it. Honestly, with this sort of job, it pretty much just depends on my mood. Do I fancy standing around a McDonald's potentially for like 10 minutes? But seeing as today's gone so well, and I did say we're going to accept everything, we're going to get this McDonald's done. And this, seeing as it's now 20 past, this is going to be our final job. And what a way to finish it, eh? Mackie D's. Nice bit of half-term traffic to deal with. Maybe I would have rejected this one actually in half-term. It's gonna be full of kids as well. I know I'm a dad, right? I love my daughter. That doesn't mean I love being surrounded by other people's kids in half-term, in the town centre, in McDonald's. Still, I don't care. Let's get this job done. Wrap up this little afternoon shift and see how much money we've made by accepting. I would say, see how much money we've made by accepting every order we've been offered, but that hasn't really been a factor in today's shift because pretty much, well, yeah, every job I've had, I would have accepted anyway. It's just been a really, really nice afternoon shift. No other way of putting it. I've been kept busy, no massive delays. All of my pickups were from shops until this one. So yeah, we're finishing on delivery number 9 from Mackie D's. Where else better, eh, to finish the shift? Now I just have to worry about finding somewhere to park. This is going to be my only opportunity to go on this street. Is that a space? I think we're good. Okay, we can get in here. Let's go. Oh man, is this going to be hell on earth? Oh, it's not too bad. Do you reckon I'm invisible?
You guys tried to stand outside a little bit so they're in stuff that you can get to count line?
Unbelievable. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Do you have anyone giving things to delivery
What's the
drivers?
number, love?
Thank you. Oh god, never again. The order was ready on the side. If there are any customers watching and you wonder why your McDonald's is always cold, that's why. It's the McDonald's staff. They just hate us. They absolutely hate us. You can just see it in their eyes. Like the disdain that those staff clearly have for delivery drivers. I was stood there, I was over to the side, had my bag ready. They knew they had orders ready, and I lost count of the number of times that they came up to the counter and then just walked away. Had eye contact a couple of times with some of them, absolutely nothing. And then they moan when delivery drivers start going, "Excuse me," and holding their phones out. That's what you get when you treat your delivery drivers like shit. So yeah, I hope somebody from McDonald's sees that clip, because that is a perfect example of why people hate picking up from your restaurants. Anyway, 1 minute away, let's get this one dropped. Oh yeah, that's the drink there. That one all right. Cheers mate. Thank you. Ta. And we're done for now. I'm gonna go park up now. Oh, I told you, they're on it. These guys are on it. Sling it up here and let's run down these numbers. Alrighty, so we're done. Just over 3 hours work there in the end, and it didn't feel too shabby. Obviously we accepted every order we were offered. I did think it was going to throw up some more challenges, but it went very, very well for me in the end, with all of those shop deliveries and then just that one McDonald's at the end that kind of ruined it, but still. The shift felt busy, very little waiting around, so that kind of explains why I'm actually feeling slightly disappointed now I've plugged the numbers in. We worked for 3.17 hours altogether. We made £44.01, across the both apps. We did 28 miles, which cost me £4.39 in fuel, £1.58 on insurance for the time period, leaving us with a net profit of £38.03, which means after expenses, we actually only made £12.01 an hour. And considering that for pretty much the whole shift, I was doing back-to-back deliveries, to only make £12 an hour, I just feel a bit robbed. That is what I'd expect to make with gaps in between deliveries. But when you're flat out for 3 hours, you should be making more than £12 an hour. So yeah, not great in the end. I'm gonna see if I can pick up some Amazon Flex for later, to be honest, because it's kind of sad that even when things are going well, you're making £12 an hour. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more of these accept everything challenges, or if you've got any other ideas for challenges you want to see me do, just drop them below. Thanks for watching as always, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.